We have a very, very important story to go over right now. This is some breaking news. I wasn't planning on doing a video today or a stream, but I just saw this, so I haven't researched too much as of yet because this is a breaking news story. The story's still developing, but things are escalating. We just had a plane drone, this is not fake news, hit a skyscraper in Russia. Ukraine has claimed responsibility for the attack, but this is just the latest escalation into this conflict. And could we see something like this happen in the US with tensions rising with China, with Iran? We're seeing this drone warfare continue to escalate, and World War III, should I just say, was going to be very, very different to World War II with the latest technologies that I think the public doesn't even know exist. We know Palantir, they've got some crazy technology that they've been working on, especially with drones and drone defense. And now, again, things are escalating. So we're just going to give it a minute, wait for everyone to join. I think it's time to get into the footage now. This, again, is shocking. If you don't want to see this, you know, obviously don't look, viewer discretion advised, but let's get into this clip here. So go ahead and bring it up now. So we can see there's a direct hit on the skyscraper in Russia. This is a Ukrainian plane drone. Yep, so as we can see here, this is a shocking moment. Russian skyscraper was hit by what is suspected to be a Ukrainian drone strike. And this is modern warfare, you know, that is happening at the moment. This is how crazy technology is getting. And this, you know, was a slow drone. It wasn't very quick at all. So you can see, obviously, if they had some better military defense, they would have had plenty of time to intercept that. So why they didn't intercept it, I do not know. The attack appeared to be a pinpoint attack on a specific floor of the high-rise with two drones striking the same area. So obviously they were after some kind of military target or some kind of official general that they maybe suspect was in this building. Yeah, some people are saying, was the US intel behind this as well? Sailors commenting that Russian targets cannot be targeted without direct participation of US intel. We all know that the US intel is helping. I went over the article the other day in a video that Britain is thinking of sending troops into Ukraine to train. And hello, Jake, they're getting help from Europe as well. So we can't become complacent. We don't want something like this happening in the West. An aircraft-type drone was seen striking the upper part of the 399-foot building and exploding. That's right. Island times. I don't think anyone wants war. We all want de-escalation, but these corrupt officials, the military-industrial complex, is pushing this war further and further. So hopefully they had plenty of warning. I don't think anyone was injured. I've got another report I'll go over in ABC at the moment. So that looks like another building that was hit. So again, it's very slow, so plenty of time to react. But this is quite alarming how the conflict is escalating. You would think the people there, you know, there's a saying that the cameraman never dies. I don't know if I was those people, I'd be getting out of there. Thanks for that super chat. Half of the US would rather see the world burn than have to get a real job. I don't think half of the US wants to see the world burn. Obviously, maybe half of the corrupt politicians, who knows. Looks very CGI. No, it's definitely real. Okay, so they did manage to shoot down another drone. Again, I was saying, if they had, you know, some kind of air defense, they had plenty of time to shoot it down. They weren't going very fast. Obviously, maybe in that residential area, they didn't have air defense. A total of 8 drones hit Kazan, said the regional authorities. So this is in Russia. It was a direct hit on skyscrapers. Whoever's just joining now by Ukraine, with some people suspected was US intel. I don't know what this footage is. Again, I'm just watching this. This is breaking news with you guys, getting my live reaction. 1 hit an industrial enterprise, 1 a river, and 6 were struck residential areas, according to Russian sources. Okay, so that looks like a different building that was hit. And again, this is why the American people are saying, what's going on with all these drones in the air? You know, you can't just have all these drones flying around, especially around residential areas, without proper answers. Another tower block, 23rd floor, Manhattan residential building in central Kazan was also hit. Okay, they call it Manhattan there in Russia as well. Okay. Meanwhile, in Risk, heavy fighting was underway amid Ukraine shelling with multiple buildings ablaze. No casualties were reported, but the hospital was set on fire by a Russian aerial bomb, which is again very unfortunate. So again, for those that are just joining, I'll just play the footage now of the plane drone hitting the skyscraper. So there was a plane drone that hit skyscraper in Russia. So again, not clickbait, not fake news. It happened about 15 hours ago. And I'll get into another report to see what else is going on here, because again, this is breaking news. I'm just watching with you. Looks like just more residential buildings were hit, industrial areas. So let's go into the news here. That was the footage of what's going on. I'll go ahead and move myself here so you can see. So Ukraine launches massive drone attack that hits apartment building in Kazan, Russian officials say. So I think this is the video that we just watched of the plane drone hitting here. A high-rise building in Kazan has been damaged in what Russian officials say is a massive drone attack from Ukraine. A drone smashed into the building in the city, causing damage but leaving no victims. So that's good news, at least. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky says we will definitely continue to strike at Russian military targets with drones and missiles. So this was a skyscraper, so there must have been someone that they were after with this attack, because it doesn't look like a military site to me. But so whenever that, so videos on Russian social media networks showed a drone hitting the high rise, which you already saw. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova, I'm not too good with Russian and Ukrainian names, said 2 drones hit a 37-story apartment block. She said Ukraine had been targeting an unspecified industrial facility that it had, but it had suffered no damage. And again, some people think there might be some US intelligence behind this. So though attacks so far into Russian territory are rare, Kazan and the surrounding oil-rich region of Taristan have previously been targeted by Ukrainian drones. This incident is the latest in a series of escalating aerial attacks in the nearly 3-year conflict. So geez, time is passing quick. It's been nearly 3 years since this started, and hopefully next year they can come to some kind of agreement. So Ukraine has escalated its attacks on targets inside Russia in recent months, particularly after the US gave Ukrainian permission to use missiles to strike military targets in Russia, areas close to the two countries that share the border. So obviously, the US gave Russia permission to use these missiles. Now they are doing missile strikes and drone strikes into Russia. And it seems like pretty obvious that they've got US intelligence help. So not specifically mentioning the strike on Kazan, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said on Saturday, we will definitely continue to strike at Russian military targets with drones and missiles. And again, this is the building that was hit for anyone that's just joining the stream. Russian Civil Aviation Authority temporarily closed Kazan International Airport amid the threat posed by Ukrainian drones. And again, we're seeing more and more drones in the sky in the US, so hopefully nothing like this happens in the US, but they need to get it sorted. They need to get to the bottom of what's going on right now, because we don't want something like that happening here. Some residents were evacuated, but authorities did not provide figures, and all major public events in the area were cancelled as a precaution. So alongside the drones that hit the apartment block, 3 drones were shot down and 3 were suppressed by air defense. They said in a post on Telegram, she said Ukraine was taking out its anger for tangible military defeats on the peaceful population of Russia. Okay, whatever you think there. Russian Defense Ministry said the army had captured a new village near the key city of Korokevi in eastern Ukraine, where Russian forces had made major advances in recent months. So the attack on Kazan comes a day after Russian strikes on the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, killed 1 and wounded 13, and after 5 were killed by a Ukrainian attack on the Russian border region of Kursk, where its troops have been staging an offensive since August. So there you have it, everyone. Things are escalating. Again, for those that are just joining, this is what happened 15 hours ago in Russia. Drone warfare is getting worse, and I think we're going to see technology in this next global conflict that people have no idea even exists. And we're going to have to keep the US government accountable for what they're doing, keep them on their toes, let them get to the bottom of what's happening in the New Jersey situation. So what do you all think about this, everyone? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.